What's this? What? Tattoo for you present? Well, what's he presenting? I don't know. Oh, it looks orky. We like it, orcs. Well, somebody's coming. Gotta go.
Hey guys, Tattoo for You, Richard here, and welcome to the Nerd Life. So, today's video is going to be, what shall we call it? Essentially you're going to be looking at one of my conversions, something I've built, and something I've just wanted to build for a bit. It's a crazy contraption thingy. We'll call it a, what is that? That's just what we'll say it is. It's a, what is that? So let's just go down here, we're going to check it out. This model is for the most part finished. There's a couple little things I'm waiting on to finish it up, but we'll talk about that when we get table down, so you can see what I'm doing. Hold on, here we go. Yay! All right, guys, here we are, table down. Literally, table down. I'm at the dining room table today, just messing around, so I can just show this guy off.
And you can hang out with me.
And hang out with my me, she says, my mini-me.
No, it's Queen Eldar.
The Eldar Queen. So anyway, so today's big bad beastie is, okay, so you saw my two recent unboxing videos. I unboxed the Ork Stompa, and I unboxed the Dreamforge Leviathan Mortis. And I had an idea of merging the two to make my Orks Incredible Ork Stompa. And that's what I did.
Ork Stompa.
I was going to show this in progress as I did it, but I literally had the hobby buzz go on, and I just couldn't stop building. I just kept going. So anyway, without further ado, here. Well, you can't see it all.
Oh, come on.
And he's surprisingly sturdy too. I'm gonna make a base for him later. There, let's just kind of go like this so you can kind of get a general idea. It's pretty tall. I mean, there's my hand. Okay, so it's a little bit taller than my hand.
I can go grab one of the orcs really fast.
Well, if you know where one is, go grab it real quick. I think there's one unpainted on the shelf in there. Sorry about the lighting too. I'm doing this in the dining room, so doesn't have the best light ever. But anyway, so I'm trying to think of what all kits were used on this. I think majority of the kits were just the two, the Dreamforge for the skeleton, and then the Ork Stompa as the rest of it. I did use, you can see here, this is from the Ork Battle Wagon. I used the little jaw piece. I ordered that from a bits seller on eBay just because I liked the way it looked. Now, the cool thing about this is these shoulders are actually from the shoulder joints are from the Leviathan kit. Well, yeah, I guess that works. So what I did was I merged the two. So this top part is the shoulder from the Leviathan kit. Right here is from the Leviathan kit as well. But then from there down is the Ork kit. And the cool thing about the Leviathan kit, besides the fact that it moves all different ways, is the arms are interchangeable. So I just pop that off, and I can use that for transportation purposes. Same on both sides of the arms. You know, they do the same thing, both of them. Twist it, and it pops off. Because it's just key locked in there. So, I really like that. Let's go over some of the details about the model. So, the Leviathan is an extremely, it's very tall. Let's show, there's an Eldar next to the Stompa. It's ready to be stomped. The Leviathan kit is very posable. It's movable. Like, the legs can move. Oh. Like, these pistons in here move too.
Wait, Daddy. So that part moves too?
What? Yes.
That's cool.
Like everything. Like this heel moves. The foot joint moves. So you can put it in different poses. Like you put it like lurching forward.
Like arching like
here. Bends down like this to straighten the leg out. This can pivot this way, which there's pistons in there too, and they don't stay in very well if you overextend it.
Daddy.
What?
If you want, you can make it like this.
Yeah, I could.
Trying to make it bite.
It's gonna stomp somebody. That's what the Ork Stompa does. It's ready to stompalicious on somebody. So sorry, I had to pause for a second. I'm trying to get this fixed.
Cool guy.
I think I might go back and add just one more armor plating on this guy somewhere towards the back of his body. So anyway, like I said, it's very movable, posable. The legs, they spin, rotate this way as well. And of course, like I said, they go like that. And then the different joints on the legs. The pistons are a bit of an issue. I wish they were a hair longer so they didn't fall out as easy. The torso of this guy. These are 2 pistons. They rotate and move so you can do that and, of course, make more pistons fall out. It's only because I like to overextend him. But anyway, like I said, you can rotate it. Like you can have a big old lean that way. You can have him leaning back. You can have him leaning way far forward. Like he's ready to ram somebody. There's all kinds of different poses that you can put this guy in. And I just, it's really cool. Like when I was putting this kit together, I felt like I was building an action figure. So I'm like making some G.I. Joe toy I'm going to play with or something. That alone, I want another one now. Well, that, and I want to make another Wicked Stompa like this. It would be considered a pretty expensive build. I got lucky and found most of the parts on eBay, so that's kind of what helps me out. So I got things a little cheap, and plus I was gifted the Ork Stompa, which was really awesome. Let's get back to what's on the model. So like I said, this is the front of the battle wagon. Ooh. What I did was I gave it in there. Let me see that figure. I tried to give it a little, I guess, story. So I put some diamond plating here. So it's like they can come down and climb on here. Or they can climb up on the shoulders, however they want it. But I imagine this opening, because it's also got the hatch on top. But I imagine this opening too. Or they climb out the hatch and they can step down in front. But then they got that little crow's nest up front, which of course the base doesn't fit in. Wah, wah. But I thought it'd be cool, you know, Orks can hang out up here. Maybe put a little grot rigger in there, which I might do.
Daddy, the back, it's cool because it has that.
I'm going to get there. Yeah. So that's the front part. Put a little searchlight on here. That's from the Stompa kit as well. Like I said, pretty much all this is from the Stompa kit. Did I just stop that? Nope, I did not. My camera stand is being dumb, guys. I'm sorry. It's losing a little of its grip, like it's been over-torqued, so it's stripped. Cool horns, just because. All Orks like their little bits and stuff. Got a little searchlight over here. Made a little platforming on top. Just did 3 little platforms around. This came from the Stompa kit. That's that little machine gun's nest. I liked it. I bolted it on the shoulder pad. That's even the shoulder is supposed to go on. Here we got spin around here to the back. So here is the exhaust system on this guy. It is the massive exhaust from the Stompa, and it just had to be there. Somebody said I should trim it down and make it shorter, and I was like, but then it'll lose its wonkiness, its silliness, its orkiness. I got these I-beams and stuff I cut and made. Some of them came in the kit, some of them were just sprues to hold up these platforms there. Because I know the Stompa is supposed to be able to carry like 20 guys in its belly. And since this technically has no internal storage, like there ain't no way. You have room for the pilot inside the main body and maybe a couple other guys. I just imagine all the other Orks kind of hanging off of it on the little platform up top or hanging in down here. Now this thing's another little cool one I built. It was just a little catwalk so they can get back here and work on the engine. Gave a little ladder so they can climb out, hop down, walk back to the back here, and do it. When I'm all done, I'll probably put a grot rigger on there somewhere. Since I still have those, and I don't know where I'm going to put them yet. Let me spin it around, see if there's anything else. Just did little armor bits and platings on the legs. Nothing fancy. Down here, I added these spike things. just for a little extra depth. And I got the kicker back here, so if anything gets behind him, he can just rear his foot back and give him a good whack. He's like, oh no.
Look,
So,
like this guy.
and of course, he's got his no-no blades here. And more blades on his knees too. I'm trying to think of what else. That's like pretty much it for the body. I mean, that's the biggest kickers. I am going to eventually, when it comes down to it, like I said, I'm going to make a base for him. And then I'm going to permanently pose him in a way. That's why I kind of like the idea that this is really super posable. So I can kind of get that general idea of trying things out and figure out what I want to do. You know, how dynamic do I want to get with the pose? Do I want to have something where he's stomping up? Do I want to have something where he just looks mean? Like he's just standing there all mean looking? It depends, you know. So let's go into his huge chopper arm.
Oh my.
So pretty much, I cannibalized the actual arm of the Stompa, like, because it was like. So this section here, there was like 3 of these to make it to the shoulder joint. So I cut it down to where I fused everything into one, put extra pistons on there so it made it look orky functional. And then of course, it has the twin link shooters, but then the Ork Stompa also has extra shooters and stuff, so I glued an extra one on here, and I just noticed it's kind of leaning in, so it's going to totally like take out that blade. Whatever. More little icon bits just for fun. The Scorcher. The Stompa has a Scorcher somewhere. I think it's typically coming out of one of the body holes. So I decided to put it on the chopper arm. I just thought it'd be cool. So I just mounted it on there. Built up little pieces around here. Just extra bits from the kit. Hosing from the kit. It's got so much junk going on it. You know, and pipes and canisters connected to it. You shoot it, it's going to blow up and kill somebody. I guarantee it.
Like this guy.
Like that guy.
Whoa.
So that is it for the chopper arm. That's pretty much it.
No.
Now here we have the crazy Wah Dak Arm.
What?
This is almost stock to the way it was supposed to be built. It's still, like I said, it has that extra hinge, because this would be mounted pretty much straight into the shoulder, just like that, on the Stompa. So, and it would probably, I think it'd be more coming out sideways like this. So I did some readjusting. I like cut part of the ammo box, the bullet feed. I cut some of that and I kind of bent it a little bit so it would go in, and I glued it onto the bottom of there. And then I added a ladder over here. And I'm going to put a little grot rigger right here, like he's drilling and working on something right there. That's why I have this little platform there I glued onto. The rockets and stuff, I just, instead of, they would typically be glued, I think, more back up here, all on top or something like that, all clustered together. I can't remember exactly where. But anyway, I glued them across the bottom instead. So the 3 go across the bottom. You got the bigger one up here too. Trying to think, man. That's pretty much it for like the doing things differently on this arm too. I only did a few little things. I lost a little bit somewhere. And let's go back to the review of the Stompa kit. The instructions are reminiscent of Forge World. They don't have numbers on there. All the kits on the sprue are labeled like numbers, like this is part whatever and whatever. But in the actual instruction booklet, nowhere. So you've got to go through and you've got to hunt and search for things. It's typically one sprue has all the parts for one section. But there was a couple times I had to go to multiple different sprues to find things. And somewhere along the lines, there was just a little plastic circle that glued on the front of here that came up missing, which is fine, because I had all these extra orc icons and stuff that I could put on there. So I decided to just put that there. And it worked out pretty good. Overall, I am beyond happy with this build. Like I said, there's a few things I'm waiting on. I might be getting a different orc pilot, or driver, so to speak, for the hatch up here. A friend of mine has one. Chief Live Gaming said he had an extra one from a Forge World kit. and he just looks beefy and cool. And I said, well, yeah, sure. I think he would look perfect on this. So he's gonna come live here and drive this model. Cool. And I think honestly that is probably it. I don't know what else I could do to this without making it too much, in my opinion. I mean, really, I could add more armor to the legs if I wanted to, but I don't think I do. I kind of want to add some armor back here. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe I'll just leave this open back here. I mean, again, like I said, I'm really happy with the way this turned out. It really pleases me to see it. It's got a good bit. It's got a total orky feel with also a little bit of that more refined orkness that I kind of want to go for just a little bit in my army with the smooth, you know, like how they mimicked the skeletal structure of a being. I think that fits a little bit with my orc being, my head orc boss being that a little over the top and kind of touched, so to speak. He's special. So anyway, we'll get more into his fluff when I sit there and really turn out these orcs and get them to where I want them to be. So, but this is definitely, like I said, it's got a fire burning in my belly. I'm good to go on rocking out some more orc stuff. I think my next step is going to be, I'm still trying to find a Mr. Potato Head model. Oh. Not model, a Mr. Potato Head. Just the body. I just need the body. I don't need anything else, just the body.
They're at...
Huh?
They're at Kenny's house.
I know, you keep telling me that. But I have a Gorkanaut over there, and I'm going to build a Mr. Potato Head out of it. I'm going to use a Mr. Potato Head and fuse those parts onto it. So that's going to be probably one of my next steps. And also, I think I'm going to go ahead and jump into my Defcopter jet bike builds. I'm going to need to see how many. I think I have 4 or 5 Defcopters. But all those are going to get converted the same way, in the same style bike things. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this gives you some inspiration. The funnest thing about orcs, man, is like anything goes. I mean, really. Take Atomic Scale Model Freak. He took an old toy, just some random kid's toy, and orked it out. Glued orky bits onto it and just turned it into this cool orc vehicle, man.
Did they give it to them? The kid? Give it to a kid.
So that's the thing about orcs. You can do anything. You can go buy a model kit from the store. As long as the scale's similar, you can take that and just do whatever you want to it to convert it to orcs. That's the coolest thing about them. And for the most part, I don't know about tournament scenes. I don't know how super picky they are. But most of the time when it's an orc player, I've noticed people just don't care. They're like, oh, is that a Duplo Lego plane made into an orc plane? That looks wicked cool, dude. Let's do this.
Wow.
So.
Copy ideas. No.
Anyway, guys. I thank you for joining me on this. Again, I hope you like this. Like I'm in love with it. I'm in love with it. It's so cute. He just tickle his little chin. He's the precious little monkey. Wah Dak Arm, don't touch me, boy. Guys, I love you all. I thank you so much. Keep rocking that nerd life, my friends. I'll see you next time.
Oh, that was good stuff. I like that. What's this? What's nerd life? What's the nerd life? Sounds like fun. He likes orcs. See you later.